أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Number one, tawbah, taqwa, and tawakkul. These three, if you focus on these three, you will have an excellent relationship with Allah. What is tawakkul? Tawakkul comes from the root word wakala or wakil. A wakil is somebody like an agent you trust. That kind of mindset is what is needed in your relationship with God, where you just leave your future to him. All you should be focused on is now. Do the best of now with what he has given to you now. The future, the results of your actions, leave it to him. Have absolute trust in him. As long as you've been sincere, as long as you're doing the actions to the best of your ability in the right way, then as far as the results, tawakkal ala Allah. Rectify your relationship with God if you really want to make your time count, because he is the one that can put blessing in even the smallest of efforts. So when you have a real relationship with Allah, he is the one that will make your time count beyond your wildest imagination. The next thing to do in making your time count as a practical action is take baby steps towards serving others. Towards, what does this mean? You can serve other people in many, many, many ways. Start with your family, even if it's just making coffee for your spouse. Even if it's just saying something nice or saying something, teaching them something. Baby steps. So either you're learning and teaching something, or you're doing something to make other people's lives easier, or making other people smile, or making other people happy, or removing difficulties from other people, right? You see someone is struggling with something, remove the difficulty from them. The Prophet Muhammad said, Iman is in many, up to 70 levels. And the smallest of it is taking, removing harm from the street, right? Removing, just if you remove a thorn from the street, right? Your time has counted towards something. Remove difficulties from others. If you know people have debts, they are struggling with something, just help them without seeking anything from them. Okay? Make other people thank God and try to be consistent in these baby steps of making your time count. Okay? The other practical step, okay, the other practical step is plant seeds. Plant seeds. If you're going to, let's say you have 10 hours, make sure a huge proportion, a sizable proportion of what you're doing in that 10 hours is that you are investing in your own future. And your future, you could put it in two parts. Your future in this world, right? Whether it is saving or investing or whatever it is in this world, or your future with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the hereafter, right? Of course, for people of Allah, their future here and the hereafter, to them, everything is with Allah. They're never distant from Allah. May Allah make us of those special people, okay? But plant seeds and invest in your hereafter, you know? If you sit down for 1 minute and say, okay, in this next minute, I'm going to try to read a page of the book of Allah, or I'm going to try to read one verse and try to think over it, or I'm going to try to make someone's life better. I'm going to send a text message that I know that when this person reads this message, they're going to smile. I'm going to reach out to somebody that I've not spoken to in years that I know that when they hear from me, they'll be happy. I'm going to apologize for something I've done wrong. I'm going to bring two people together that are fighting. I'm going to, you know, there are so many things we can do with our time that can make our time count, right? There's so many things, but the key in all of these things, in order for you to see these actions in the hereafter, is number one, as we said earlier, make them for God. Be sincere in these actions. Don't do it for any egoistic or short-term, you know, feel-good factor.